Are you tired of paying all those monthly subscription fees? I get it. $2.99 here, $9.99 there. It adds up. One of the most common questions I get as a photo organizer is, how can I stop paying all of these cloud service fees to store my photos? Today, I want to walk you through the honest truth about cloud service fees. I want to talk about what I think you should pay to keep your photos safe and how you can save money on those monthly fees with a strategic approach to managing your photos. If you'd like additional tips like this, take a second and go ahead and hit the subscribe button for the Photo Managers channel. My name is Holly Corbid. I'm a certified professional photo manager and the owner and founder of Capture Your Photos, helping people every day to organize, preserve, and share their most precious memories. I specialize in digital photo organizing, and I work one-on-one with clients both locally and remotely, organizing their photos for them. I'm also the author of a series of online courses called the Photo Organizing Blueprint, helping DIYers by giving them step-by-step guides to finally getting this project done. I run into people every day with this question about paying monthly fees. So let's break it down. Here's the short answer. I think you should pay for a cloud service that will provide you with a backup of your photos in the event that your phone falls in the lake, your computer dies, or there's a fire in your home. Cloud service backup is the most efficient and effective way to protect your memories. I want you to think about what you would save if there was a fire in your home. A lot of people, after family and friends and pets, of course, say it's their photos. If that's true, your memories are worth the cost of a cup of coffee each month. What I don't think you should do is pay for all the services, which in my experience is a trap that a lot of my clients fall into. Taking a more strategic approach to managing and backing up your photos instead of just throwing money at the cloud services because you're afraid of losing your memories. This is how you can save money on your monthly fees. So, how do you take a more strategic approach? By consolidating your collection into one location, reducing the number of photos you save, and choosing one cloud service to manage your photos. So, instead of asking, how can I stop paying monthly fees? The better question is, how can I better manage my photos so I can save money on fees while keeping my photos backed up and safe? Before we go any further, I'm curious, what's your biggest concern when it comes to storing photos? Is it cost? Is it safety? Or is it running out of space? Let us know in the comments. Let's talk for a minute about free cloud storage. When cloud services first became a thing in the mid-2010s, everyone was offering free storage. I want you to think Google, Flickr, Shutterfly, Amazon. Just a few years later, all of these companies figured out that 1, storing billions of photos was expensive, and 2, that they could make money doing it. As a result, all of the big companies now charge a fee. Let's take a minute and make sure that we're all on the same page when we talk about the cloud. Here's a definition for you. The cloud is a global network of servers located all over the world that store data that we upload from our computers, our phones, or other devices. Who manages it and where it's located is really just dependent on who owns that server. In the photo world, there are some big names in cloud services, such as Apple's iCloud, Google Photos, Amazon Photos, Microsoft OneDrive, and Dropbox. Cloud storage has become big business, and that's only growing. Many of these, as well as other services, offer some free storage. However, for the vast majority of people, none of these providers offer enough storage to store even the modest collection for free. The other thing to consider is that if it's free, there's always a catch, such as compressing your photos for reduced quality, requiring purchases in exchange for storage. not allowing any changes you make to a photo out of that system, or simply making it really hard to break up with that cloud service provider by making it difficult to get your photos out. Let me take a minute at this point to give you my philosophy on cloud services in general. I love a cloud service for backup, accessing photos from other devices, and sharing. But relying on a third party 100% to keep my photos safe is a risk that I'm not willing to take with my own or my clients' memories, even if I'm paying for it. My recommendation is that your main storage for your collection is on a computer hard drive or an external drive that you control and own. Best practice for backing up your photos is 3 copies. The first copy is on your computer or an external hard drive. The second is a backup copy on an external drive that's easy to access and on a different device than copy number 1. And the third is an offsite copy. These days, this is where cloud sites come in. It's that offsite copy that not only backs up your photos, but also allows you to access them from your phone or other devices. If you've never had your photos at your fingertips before, it's amazing. And it allows you to enjoy and share photos so easily and readily. Cloud services, when set up right, offer you hands-free, automatic backups. I don't know anyone that doesn't need or want that in their life. If you truly want to avoid paying the monthly fees, my recommendation is that instead of using a cloud service for your third copy offsite backup, you simply create another copy of your library on an external drive and store it somewhere other than your home. Now, I'm going to be honest, the challenge with this strategy is you have to remember to update it on a regular basis, which is completely doable. It just requires that manual intervention that you can avoid by using a cloud service. And truthfully, in my experience, if it's not happening automatically, it just doesn't happen. I get it. All of these monthly fees add up. However, I challenge you to adjust your thinking. Putting just a little time into better managing your photos and setting up good systems will save you both time and money. Here are a few things that you can do. Number 1, consolidate your photos into one location, which is a step that I encourage everyone to take. It's really difficult to keep a collection safe that's all over the place. This alone will give you some peace of mind. Number 2, delete, delete, delete. We have way too many photos. And guess what? Each photo you choose to save costs you money. When your collection is all over the place, duplicates are inevitable. Just getting rid of your duplicates can save you a ton of space and money. And you know what else? All these extra photos, they hurt our environment. Our digital footprints are getting larger every day because we're just collecting photos that we don't even really care about. But most importantly, having so many photos of things like screenshots, shopping photos, 8 versions of the same photo, waters down the ones that really matter. I hear all the time, my kids don't want my photos. But it's not the memories they don't want, it's the mess. Your kids are not going to want to sift through thousands of photos to find the good ones. They just aren't, when you don't even want to. Let's work on creating true legacy collections by falling in love with our delete keys. And lastly, if you want to save money after you consolidate your photos into one location, choose just one cloud service to help you manage your photos. Stop throwing money at all the cloud services. So, in a nutshell, can you stop paying fees to store your photos? Yeah, you can. However, do I recommend it? No. In the long run, the time, convenience, and peace of mind of having a memory collection that is safe and accessible and gives you the opportunity to share it in new and fun ways 100% outweighs the cost of a cup of coffee. If this conversation overwhelmed you a little, please know that you're not alone and there are tons of resources available. If you're the kind of person who wants to learn and work through this alongside others, the Photo Keepers Club is a great place to get structure, support, and expert guidance as you organize your photos at your own pace. Check out the link in the description below to learn more about this community of DIYers. In addition, In TPM's Academy, you'll find my series of courses called the Photo Organizing Blueprint, along with other courses that will walk you through step-by-step how to get your memories organized. And lastly, if you'd rather hand this off to someone who does this every day, like me, you can find certified professional photo organizers through the Photo Managers directory. You'll find a link in that description below as well. You got this. Organizing and preserving your family's memories and legacy is a gift to your family. And keeping it safe is a great step in that direction. Subscribe to the Photo Managers channel for more honest, practical tips to move you and your memories forward.